Chapter 1. The Drawing. Donovan Reed wasn't special. He'd grown up hearing that phrase in 100 different ways. You've got a good heart, bud, or it's not about being the best, it's about trying your best. Teachers, coaches, even his own father said it with that same disappointed smile. So when the letter came, sealed in shimmering gold and hand-delivered to the shop where he worked, changing tires and patching oil leaks, Donovan thought it was a joke. The kind of thing one of his buddies would cook up after a few beers. He turned it over in his calloused hands, staring at the embossed seal, an eagle encircling a star, flanked by twin olive branches. National Lottery 50th Anniversary Edition. He stared at the text. The name in the center was printed in bold black ink. Congratulations, Donovan Reed, winner, New York State. Donovan let out a short, bitter laugh. Yeah, right. The shop was nearly empty that afternoon. Just him and Pete, who was passed out on a folding chair in the break room, mouth open wide enough to catch flies. Donovan tossed the letter onto the desk, grabbed a rag, and wiped his hands. His name still sat there, staring back at him like a dare. He hadn't even entered the lottery, not officially. Not that anyone did. Participation was automatic. Every year, one male and one female adult from each of the 50 states was randomly chosen to receive the honor. Winners were flown to Washington, D.C., honored in a nationally televised ceremony, and granted a life of luxury, debt forgiven, lifetime stipend, private housing, diplomatic immunity. A clean slate and a glamorous future. But no one ever saw them again. They gave interviews, hosted charity galas, smiled from the covers of magazines for a few months, then gone. They moved abroad, people whispered. They wanted privacy. It was a kind of urban legend. Everyone suspected something strange was going on. No one said it out loud. No one wanted to be next. That night, Donovan sat on his apartment's saggy couch, the lottery letter on the coffee table next to a bowl of half-eaten instant noodles. The TV played reruns of Survivor Mars, but he wasn't watching. He couldn't stop staring at the envelope. It felt heavier than it should be. A knock came at the door. Not a knock, a series of sharp, precise raps. Military. Donovan's stomach dropped. He stood slowly, unsure whether to answer or run. But the door opened before he could decide. 2 figures in a gray suit stepped inside. "Mr. Donovan Reed?" the woman asked. She didn't wait for confirmation. "You've been selected for national service. Congratulations." The man beside her held out a small tablet. On the screen was a contract. Government insignia. Legalese. I didn't sign up," Donovan managed. The woman smiled. It didn't reach her eyes. "You don't have to. Selection is randomized. Mandatory compliance." "What if I say no?" The smile didn't waver. "That wouldn't be patriotic." Donovan felt the world tilt. "I didn't agree to anything. This is my life, not a raffle prize." "It's already done," the man said, finally speaking. "Your possessions are being boxed. Your lease has been transferred. Transportation is waiting downstairs." Donovan's breath caught in his throat. He felt the edges of reality fraying. "Just like that?" "Yes," the woman said. "Just like that." Outside, a sleek black sedan waited by the curb. Not a limo, something quieter. More official. No sirens, no press. The city bustled around them, oblivious. Inside the car, Donovan sat in stunned silence. The windows darkened automatically. He tried to text Pete. His phone gave a bright red error. No network. He looked up. The woman was watching him in the rearview mirror. "You've been chosen," she said as if it were a gift. "You should be proud. Not many get to shape history." Donovan didn't respond. He stared at his reflection in the window. Same messy curls, same scar above his eyebrow, same tired eyes. Nothing about him screamed history maker. The ride lasted 4 hours, no stops. When they finally arrived, it wasn't at an airport. It was a private airfield. The jet was already waiting. He wasn't the only one. Inside the plane, Donovan saw others, men and women, young and old, dressed in whatever they'd been wearing when taken. Some were chatting nervously. Others sat in stunned silence like him. A woman with dark skin and a red leather jacket nodded at him as he passed. Her hair was shaven close on one side, long on the other. "You too, huh?" she said. He sat beside her. "Yeah. Name Sierra," she said, offering a hand. "Texas." "Donovan," he said, shaking it. "New York." She leaned in slightly. "You scared?" He hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah." "Good," she said. "Means you're not brainwashed." The flight was smooth, sterile. No announcements, no turbulence, just white-gloved attendants offering drinks with blank smiles. When they landed, it wasn't at Reagan or Dulles. The landing strip was in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by tall fences and floodlights, military. The compound was beautiful in the same way a museum was beautiful. Perfect, quiet, soulless. Marble floors, glass walls, guards at every door. Donovan and Sierra were led down different halls, separated. His room was immaculate, more like a hotel suite than a cell. A tray of gourmet food waited on the table. A black suit hung on the wall beside a mirror. There was no phone, no TV, just a single tablet with a locked screen that read, "Welcome, Donovan Reed. You are a part of history. The ceremony begins in 72 hours. The first night, Donovan didn't sleep. He explored the room, every drawer, every seam. He tapped on walls. He listened for hollows. The windows didn't open. The door locked with a hiss when he approached. There were no visible cameras, but he felt watched. He sat on the bed staring at the tablet. Eventually he spoke aloud. "Why me?" Silence. Then the tablet flickered. "You were selected. You are gifted. You are ready." He shivered. Ready for what? The text vanished, replaced with a single countdown. 68 hours, 13 minutes, 22 seconds. By morning, he had a visitor. Secretary Langley. Tall, white hair, dark suit, expression like a statue. Stepped into his room like she owned it. "Mr. Reed," she said smoothly, settling in. Donovan stood. "What is this? Why can't I leave?" "You've been chosen," she said. "Every 50 years the offering renews. This year marks the anniversary. You should be honored." He stared at her. "What's the offering?" Her smile was tight. "Unity, peace, progress." "That's not an answer. It's the only one you'll need for now." Donovan took a step forward. "Am I going to die?" Langley tilted her head. Everyone dies, Mr. Reed, but not everyone matters. Then she turned and left. Alone again, Donovan sank into the chair, hands trembling. Somewhere deep in his chest, a slow burning realization began to bloom like fire under ice. Something was wrong, deeply, horribly wrong, and there was no way out, not unless he made one.